assessments for you to take. We also provide career coaching one-on-one with your assigned coach. We also have resume reviews, and we also conduct mock interviews, as well as career fairs. We also have a job board, and we actually use 2 student systems, and the one that we use at the Maine Career Development Center would be Jobs for Gators. And then at the Maryland Davies College of Business Career Center, they use Gator Hired. And we'll discuss more details on how to log in and what their capabilities are and how to utilize all of the features that each one of the platforms has, including a job board. We also provide you with help when it comes to doing the job search, as well as internship search and different strategies. For the Maine Career Development Center, we actually have 4 career coaches. We have, for the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, is Ms. Shanae Reed Brown. Then for public service, is Ms. Lisa Marie Gonzalez Hatfield. For the College of Sciences and Technology would be Mr. Tim Coulter. And then of course for University College would be myself, Christy Cervantes. In the Maryland Davies College of Business Career Center, they have 2 career coaches. For the undergraduate business would be Ms. Giselle Wilson. And then for the MBA program would be Ms. Maxine Todd. And then as you can tell, we have all of the information, the hours of operation, and then we are also conducting virtual drop-ins. If you ever have a quick question, let's say, you want your, maybe you have a question about an interview coming up and you want to set up a mock interview with us, you can actually drop in under those days and during those hours, and you'll be able to have access to a career coach. And you also have the, you also have the UHD Zoom links to be able to log in.
Thank you so much, Christy. That was a great explanation of what we do. So moving forward, I'm going to discuss a little bit more about Jobs for Gators. So Christy told you just a little bit about our awesome website, Jobs for Gators, which you can access through our website, which is uhd.edu/career. For business students, the platform that you will utilize is called Gator Hired. It's very similar to Jobs for Gators, same kind of functions. So I'll tell you what those are right now. So in Jobs for Gators, you can schedule coaching appointments. You can upload resumes, cover letters, CVs, personal statements for your career coach to review and provide electronic feedback for you. You can practice mock interviewing 24 hours through our mock interview system. You can also RSVP for events, just like the All Majors, All Industries virtual career fair that we have coming up on the 15th. So I have for you a screenshot of what our website looks like and where you would go to click. You see it says student and alumni login, and that's where you will go in order to sign in for Jobs for Gators. And we're going to just quickly kind of show you what that looks like, that process, so we can show you how to RSVP for our upcoming fair. So this is what your sign-in page is going to look like, and I'm going to get out of this really quickly, and Christy's going to walk you through the actual steps of logging in and what your home screen is going to look like and all of that good stuff. So give me just 1 second. Okay, Christy, all yours.
Oh, okay. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and then we will go ahead and walk through the steps. So let's go ahead and do this. 1 second. Okay, you should be able to see my screen. Can everybody see the screen that says UHD? Okay, perfect. I'm receiving some thumbs up. Great. Okay, so you are actually on the Maine Career Center's website. I can actually walk you through the steps on how we can get there. The fastest way that we can get there is if you actually go to the Maine UHD website and click on Quick Links. When you click on Quick Links, you will be able to scroll down and you will see the Career Center UHD. That is the link for the Maine Career Center. Then right next to it, on the next column, you will see the Career Center for the Maryland Davies College of Business. So in this case, we will go ahead and click on the Career Center UHD. So when you click on the Career Center, you will be back to our home page. And so you'll be able to actually utilize all of our resources and our tools right here to the left side of my screen. And then Jobs for Gators, you will be able to log in if you actually scroll further down. Please don't get confused with this login right here, as this is for the employer login. And you actually also have a link right there as well as for students/alumni login. So there has been an update to that. So we'll go ahead and click on that, but you can click either way and in any area. Okay, so of course it has my administrator information already saved on there, but I'm going to go ahead and use a student profile. See if that works. Okay, seems like it is working.
Good job.
Okay, so once you log in as a student, this is how your Jobs for Gators account will look. You will actually have a timeline. It's going to say what's new, so you'll be able to find out if there's any events going on or any announcements. So if you click on View All Announcements, of course, my screen is blank because this is a temporary student profile. But in your case, you will be able to see all of the different upcoming events, anything that we have going on here at the main Career Center, as well as any important announcements that UHD has made. You will also see to the right-hand side, you will have upcoming events. So you'll have a section to let you know if we're having any virtual career fairs, as well as any workshops. You know, we do conduct different workshops throughout the academic school year. And so you can see all of that information on your right hand. You can also RSVP through this section as well, and then we'll also show you another way to be able to RSVP. And then you also have some quick links right here, and this is where you can also request a career coaching appointment. Like I said, these are quick links, but you also have that information in further detail. When I scroll up, you will see that information as well on your left hand side of the screen. So you'll have the home feature, which will actually bring you back to the main, to your timeline. And then you have the public profile. This is where you can actually set up your information. You can make sure to upload a professional headshot. You can also update all of your information of what you're looking for. If you're looking for a full-time job, an internship, part-time job. You can also indicate what industries you're interested in, and if you have any important causes that you're looking, to be able to be a part of. And so this is where you would be able to set up your profile. Next, you have documents. So this is where you can actually upload a copy of your resume or cover letter and have one of us career coaches actually review it. So this is how we conduct the resume reviews. Usually you'll be able to upload your resume. Your career coach will receive it. We'll go through it and make suggestions, make some edits, and then also let you know, what you need to change, or if you need to maybe work on your bullet points, which are your accomplishment statements. And then what they will do is they will go ahead and resubmit it, upload it, and then send it back to you with the suggestions. And then once you are able to make those corrections, you will upload it. And usually it takes about we try our best to have it at least done within 2 to 3 revisions to make sure that everything is, polished and detailed. And then once we feel like it is good to go and it is ready, we will approve it. So once your resume is approved, then that means that you will be able to use that resume as well and publish your profile, and employers could actually, review your resume, if you are interested in applying to one of the positions. Through our Jobs for Gators board. In addition, once your resume is approved, then you do receive access to our job board and our internship board as well. Now with the events, this is where you will be able to access the virtual career fair. Before I do that, I just also want to make sure that you can also set up an appointment with your career coach. So of course, in this case, I'm not sure this temporary student has an assigned career coach, but what you can do, looks like it. So let's see, let me try request new appointment. And so yes, so you can go ahead and click on request new appointment. And then this is where you can select what type of appointment you are actually wanting, the purpose that you're wanting to see your career coach. And so you be able to see from the drop-down menu, you can choose resume/CV preview, mock interviews, and there's many more options. Then you can also choose the date range that you are trying to schedule your appointment, as well as the time range. And then this is where you select your assigned career coach. And so you'll be able to select either, if you are a CST major, Mr. Tim Coulter, or if you are a CPS major, that would be with Lisa. Or even if you're a UC student, then you would select me as your career coach. And then you can also choose your days, and then you click on check availability. And then once you do that, you will be able to see your career coach's availability. So I wanted to go ahead and show you how to also schedule an appointment, just in case you want to go ahead and talk to one of your career coaches after today. So you can have them, maybe you want them to review your resume right before the virtual career fair, which I strongly recommend for you to do that. It is required, as well as if you haven't done so, this is your gentle, friendly reminder. So let's go ahead and go back to events. This is where you will be able to access the virtual career fair. So once you click on events, you're going to click on the drop-down menu and then click career fairs. When you click on that, it will prompt you to all of the career fairs that are coming up. And you will see that we have the All Majors, All Industries Virtual Career Fair, which is the purpose of this training session. So once you click on that, it gives you general information. So it's going to give you the date, the time, title, as well as how many employers are registered so far. And so we're going to click on that. And then what's neat about it is that we will go over the actual steps today, but you also have a quick how-to video for the virtual career fair. So let's go ahead and watch this, okay?
So this video that's playing should have just some nice little elevator music in the background. And no words necessarily. So we'll go over those verbally with you, but just pay attention to the prompts and you'll get the information.
Okay, so can everybody hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I understand that there was some technical difficulties with the music. It's actually one of my favorite parts of the actual video. So the good thing is that when you log in, as you know, when you log into your Jobs for Gators account and you click on the career fairs, you will have that video already in there. So you'll be able to always have that video tutorial. So that's the good news. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and 1 second. Okay, excuse me. I'm actually having an allergy cold, so my throat started tickling. So excuse me for that. So okay. So once we are, once you have logged on and you have clicked on the career fairs, you will, if you haven't registered just yet, you will go ahead and click attend. So you want to make sure that you RSVP. And then here you will go ahead on the day of the actual virtual career fair, you will make sure to change your status to online. They also have a field where you can actually upload your approved resume. And then of course, if you haven't made the changes to your profile, you want to make sure that you update your degree, your major, your graduation date, may upload your professional headshot. And so you can do all of that information through here as well. And then you just click save. After that, since we really can't go into the actual virtual career fair because it hasn't started yet, I will go ahead and give you the instructions on how to do so. Excuse me. So when the fair starts, you will go to the employer tab and search and filter to find the employers of interest. And the good thing is that you will be able to click on the employers tab right here. So I'll give you a couple minutes to look through.
And keep in mind, these are our currently registered employers. We may have more as the fair gets closer. I'm not quite sure of what our cutoff date yet is for employer registration. Sometimes we get some last minute representatives. So but I think 12 is actually a really
As I
great
mentioned
number.
earlier, you will see that we have 12 employers registered so far. So you'll see Baker Ripley, we have Beta Academy, Dallas ISD, FDM Group, GradReach, Houston ISD, the Old Dominion Freightline, excuse me, Peace Corps, Road Docs, the Reynolds and Reynolds Company, Waffle House, and Yes Prep Public Schools. So what you can do is you can actually go through each one of these employers, click on their profile, and you can read more about the company. You will have a brief summary, but let's say you want further information, you can actually visit the company's website and view their full profile and then view all jobs. So you'll be able to do that as well. Let's go back. Oh, sorry. Let's say that you really are interested or you're really interested in a company and you want to, find out more information, you can actually show the employer that you are interested by clicking on this star. Once you click on the star, it turns into gold. And that's just letting the employer know that you're interested in them.
Which I would like to see.
And then once you actually click on the star, it will bring them to the top of your list as well. So let's see, let me go ahead and see. Okay, I am interested in Yes Prep Public Schools. So as soon as I do that, it should bring it to the top, which maybe, let me get out of here. And let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, it could be because this is a temporary student. Yeah, so yes, it did bring it to the top. So it worked. So once you do that, once you have finished reviewing the employer's company profile and positions that they're recruiting, you can speak to the employer in a one-on-one video chat by clicking on Join Queue. So what will happen on the day of the actual virtual career fair is that you will have a, there will be a button here that will actually say Join Queue. So once you click on that, the employer who you are waiting for will show up under upcoming chats along with estimated wait times. So it will let you know how long, how long you will be in the wait line or on the wait list, and that the employer is aware that you're interested in having a conversation with them. The good thing is that you can stand in multiple queues at once to maximize your number of video chats. Under upcoming chats, you'll see that how many total queues you're allowed to be in at one time. While you're waiting, you can join a group video chat with an employer by clicking on the group chat. So there will be a group chat feature. So as you can see right here, this is where you'll find the chat profile. And so this is actually where you will update your information and it'll show you that you're online. So just do remember to mark yourself that you are online. So that way the employers can know. And then once your wait time, it's your turn, then they will start the chat with you. So if you're waiting for the employer's cues, make sure to stay within that virtual career fair, within the virtual career fair, excuse me. If you navigate away to other pages, you may miss the invitation that the employers are ready to chat with you. When it's your turn to video chat with an employer, you will see an alert pop up on the screen and hear a ding sound. So that's how you'll know when the employer is ready to chat with you. So you'll make sure that if you're using Safari, you'll need to allow autoplay via preference/website/allow autoplay. So just make sure that, if you are using Safari, you need to make sure that you have your allow autoplay, allow autoplay via preferences, and make sure that you have that feature turned on. And I just want to let you know about that, the web browsing Safari. So then you click on the alert to see the instructions on how to video chat with the employer. Once you have started the video chat with an employer, you watch the timer. So you will have a timer. Usually it's about 5 minutes or so. And so you want to make sure that you keep an eye out on the timer. You don't want to run out of time and you're still in the middle of, maybe you have about 2 or 3 questions, in your list of questions. So just keep an eye out. You will have a timer right there, in the chat feature. Once you're done with your video chat, you will click on in chat and then you can write your notes. So there will be a feature where you can write your notes and you could say, top, employer, I liked all the information, and you want to make sure that you be as detailed as you can. And that will also help you when you send them a follow-up thank you email, which we'll get to in just a second. Let's say you need to leave the fair. Maybe something's come up, or you're having, want to say maybe technical difficulties. You're starting to see that maybe your internet's lagging. You want to make sure that you change your status to offline. So you will be removed from any queues that you are currently in, but once you are ready to enter back in, you always want to make sure you go to the chat profile and then you click, make sure that you mark yourself online and then you hit save. When the fair is over, you can access your notes. Remember those notes that you typed into each employer's profile, and then make sure that you have the information for the representative and their email. And then you use all of this information to be able to send them your thank you emails. And so with that being said, those are the instructions on how to navigate through the virtual career fair. As I mentioned, you will have this video that will appear once you click on the all majors. This video will always appear with the, how to and all the instructions. Okay, and this, I will go ahead and stop my share screen and send it back to Lisa.
Okay, thank you so much, Christy. Okay, so let me get the PowerPoint pulled back up for everybody. Give me just 1 second. Okay. Do y'all see the full PowerPoint, or do you see the demonstration screen? Just a quick question.
So while Lisa's is setting up her PowerPoint presentation, if you have any questions, feel free to enter them in the Zoom group chat box.
Okay, can everyone hear me okay? Okay, sorry everybody. Can someone indicate if they can hear me?
I can hear you, Lisa.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. I was worrying there for a second. I didn't see Christy responding, so I was like, oh no. Okay, so now we just want to go ahead and give you a few short tips on how to master the virtual interview. And some of it's pretty basic, but we're going to break it down a little bit for you. So tip number 1, use a stable device. If you know that you have, let's say, a cell phone that will shut off at random or has low battery life or something like that, then that's probably not the device that you want to be using for the day of the virtual fair. So just really keep that in mind, that the device that you choose is something that's reliable and will be able to last as long as you want to continue chatting with employers. They said that they can. Sorry, everybody. Christy was coming to check and see what was going on with the sound over here. So that's the world we're living in, right? Technical difficulties. So I'll jump into tip number 2. So check your Wi-Fi or internet connection. That is so, so important. If you are in a place that does not have good signal, then you might want to consider relocating to another place. So just think about your Wi-Fi or internet connection. Thank you. I see people telling me in the chat they can hear me. Great. Tip number 3, check your background and lighting. Because this is going to be done virtually, you want to make sure that the employers can see you in your best light. So think about if there's sun that's coming in and being cast on your face or creating some odd shadows, then you probably want to consider finding a place that doesn't do that, a place where you don't have to squint at the screen, or also something that's more neutral in the background. So if you are in a room maybe that has a mess in it, if it's like my bedroom, for example, that's got clothes everywhere, that might not look like the most professional setting. So definitely be thoughtful about where you actually are during this chat feature that you're going to have on the day of the fair. Tip 4, turn notifications off. Because it is technology, we do get things like text messages or email alerts or news alerts that come on our phones or our tablets. So definitely turn those notifications off during that time so that you're not interrupted when you are trying to converse with an employer or distracted by anything. Even though it is a virtual fair, we still want for you to dress professionally. I feel like that kind of helps you feel like you are empowered and helps you to feel like your best professional self. So we do encourage you to dress professionally. We have lots of tips and advice on professional attire on our website. And if you have any questions more about that, you can always ask your career coach for advice, schedule a coaching appointment. We'd be happy to look at that with you. I've even had students email me pictures of interview attire. So we're open to anything that we can do to help you out. Tip number 6, have your resume on hand. So I know that we talked about having your resume uploaded to your chat profile, but it would also be a good idea to keep a hard copy with you so that you can refer to it. You know, I think nerves can kind of come into play sometimes when we're in the interview process, and it may be that you forget something very important that you've done or a wonderful accomplishment that you achieved. So having your resume on hand that you can refer back to for some notes and you know, things of that nature, I think is just really handy. Tip number 7, have your elevator pitch prepared and questions to ask the employer. So if you've never heard the term elevator pitch, what it is basically a 30-second commercial about you. So it's going to highlight your skills, what your interests are, and then end with asking the employer a question so that you can initiate a conversation rather than just tell them about you and then kind of have those moments of awkward silence. So I do want to definitely encourage all of you, have questions prepared to ask the employer. That's feedback that we've also received from employers that have participated in our former fairs, that they wish that students would have had more questions for them. So take that very valuable information and use it to your advantage. Christy showed you earlier how you can research the employers, how you can go to their websites. You can see what jobs they have open. So if you utilize those resources, then it should be pretty simple for you to come up with some questions to ask. And of course, your career coach can also help you with this and maybe give you some advice or help you narrow down some questions if you've got many. Tip number 8, maintain eye contact, smile, and be confident. So even though, as I mentioned, interviews can be kind of a nervous event, we want for you to be as confident as possible. Even though you are looking at a camera, we do want for you to maintain eye contact. I know that can be hard. You know, you might want to look at the screen or you might want to look up or down, but we do encourage you to look at the camera so that it simulates making eye contact with the employer that you're talking to. We want for you to smile as well. Studies just show that smiling makes you seem more approachable, more likable. So smiling is very important. Show those pearly whites. We like those teeth. And tip number 9, Christy mentioned sending follow-up emails. That actually is so important. Studies do show that employers are more likely to hire someone who has submitted like a follow-up email or even interview somebody that submitted a follow-up after just engaging in something more casual like a mixer or a meet and greet. So definitely remember to follow up with the employers after the virtual career fair. If there's something that stood out from the conversation that you had with an employer, then that's always a great point to bring up in the follow-up email so that they remember who you are. I can tell you, for example, having a conversation with a former employer about personality types. And that was something that kind of stood out to me. And so I made sure in my follow-up email to the employer that I mentioned those personality types that we were discussing in the interview. And that helped the interviewer to kind of remember who I was. So if there's something that stands out to you, we want for you to mention that. But of course, express your thanks for taking the time to meet with you and indicate your interest in the company and in the jobs that they're hiring for. Okay, so that's all that we have for you today. Very quick process, just showing you how to utilize the system. It's very simple. However, we will be available to you during the fair as well as before. So if you have any other questions about how to use the system, best advice for virtual career fairs, your career coaches in the Career Center are definitely here for you. So we have a very short survey that we would like for you to complete today. The link is there, tinyurl.com/CDC pilot, and you're going to select all majors, all industries, virtual career fair prep from the drop-down menu. Or if you are tech savvy, you can just use that QR code that's right there, scan that, and that should take you directly to the survey. So now I'm going to leave this up for just another minute so that you can get that QR code or that link. And then I'm going to stop sharing so I can jump into the chat and see if we have any questions. So this is your time. If you have a question that you didn't previously put into the chat, go ahead and enter that right now so that we can address your questions. Okay, I think I've given y'all enough time. So I'm going to stop sharing. And we are going to go into the chat. Let's see if there's anything there. Okay. Okay, it doesn't look like anyone has any questions that they've put into the chat. If you have any questions, we do encourage you right now. You can also unmute yourselves and definitely jump in and ask us anything that you want answered. Anything at all? Okay, well, I do see that some of our participants are leaving the room. So before everyone goes, I do want to thank you for being here with us today. We make it our mission to do everything that we can to make sure that you're successful. So this is just another way that we hope that we can, you know.
Lisa.
Yes.
I believe there is a question in the chat.
Okay. Oh, yes, I do see that. Okay. So it says, hi, I have a quick question. How important is it to own a webcam for this? So I would say if you have a reliable device, like a cell phone that has a pretty good camera, then you can utilize that rather than having to go out and purchase a webcam. Now, if you don't have a mobile device, like a tablet or cell phone that you feel is reliable and you want to utilize your computer, then if you feel like the camera is not a very good one, then maybe you would want to invest in a webcam. But otherwise, I don't think it's necessary. Okay, someone asked if we can type in the link for the survey. Yes, I can do that for you. So let me go back. It is tinyurl.com/CDC pilot. And once you go to that survey, there's going to be a drop-down menu, and you're going to click all majors, all industries, virtual career fair prep from the drop-down. Oh, whoops, I'm sorry. I didn't share that to everyone. Let me do that one more time. Okay, there we go. Now that should have gone out to everyone. Any other questions from anybody? No? Well, keep in mind, as Christy mentioned, that you can go back and view that video as many times as you would like. That provides more instruction on how to utilize the system for career fairs. And also that we are available Monday through Friday from 8 to 6, actually Monday through Thursday, and 8 to 5 on Fridays. So we are available to help you with any questions you may have, getting your resume reviewed, talking about attire, preparing questions to ask employers, working on your elevator pitch, anything like that. We're here for you. So thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that you found this presentation useful, and we wish you all a great day and best of luck at the career fair. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.